Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi. Hello. Testing the sound. Okay, I'm trying to use my new microphone today. So just let me know if this is way too low. Okay. The thing is, there has been I have very sad news for you, and that is that I think somehow along a dialogue from between Norway and Los Angeles or Dallas. I think I think he has misunderstood. I have maybe told him the wrong time. I don't know. I can't see how I could have do this mistake. So I'm going to fix this by I'm going to have an interview with him, and I'm going to record it for you guys. So plan B tonight, right now, or today, for those of you in America, I'll just go for a plan B and do my normal TAT chat, which is consultations and Q&A. I hope I don't disappoint you too much. As I thought, it's like, okay, there are no failure in life, only free lessons. So that's what I learned today, is to, double check everything, all the information, so all the timing is correct. So, yeah, I think I sort of know what I did wrong, and that is my mistake. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. So I changed the title on the live stream right now, so it doesn't say. But I promise you, I will do everything to have the interview with him, and I will record it, and I will publish it, like upload it as a video for you as soon as I have it done. Okay. Thank you for understanding, guys. You are awesome, totally awesome. There's a question. Okay, I'll put that. Let's see here. Galina, hey, I got a question. What do you think is a good expansion, sorry, of a gravestone tattoo would be? Because I was thinking like a haunted forest. What do you think? A haunted forest behind the gravestone, that sounds super awesome. Just, you have to see sort of where on the body do you have this gravestone, and how much space do you have above, on the sides, beneath it, below it. So you just got to see what sort of space you have to fill in the background. And that sounds really cool. And you could add anything in there. You just find the theme that you think will look nice and sort of suit you as a person, Thank you, everyone, for really understanding this. I think I know what my mistake is, that I actually forgot his time zone. I thought his time zone was a different one. So So I gathered 3 of my consultations that I haven't had time to do, and one that is pretty new. So I haven't either had time to sort of inform those that I'm gonna consult now. I'm trying to let them know so they have the chance to be and join the chat if they want. But I will just let's see here. I'm gonna all these my little buttons, you know. We are going to start with Alma. So Alma Jessica, she asks, I wanted to know, is there a way I can cover up this tattoo? I don't like it at all, and I recently got it done. It's on its healing process, and I feel embarrassed walking around with it. Help me, please. Is it fixable? And what do you recommend what I should do? I would say this, the picture is not super crisp, but we'll have to work with it. Let's do a timer here. Yes. I would say first of all, we need to work on one contrast, which is two contrasts, sorry. One contrast, which is the black towards light, the dark light contrast. We need to exaggerate dark light, and we need to use another contrast, which is hard and soft. And this is hard, soft in the wrong way. You see the flowers here. I'm just gonna sort of tell you what I'm seeing. These flowers here, you can't really see sort of what's going on inside them. They are sort of mushy and blurry. You see that? They're just like painted dots. You can't see. You can see that it's supposed to be a flower, but you can't really see details, and you can't see the petals in the flowers. So they are too soft in comparison of what I think they should be. And then you have this background here. It's like lightning. It's like super hard when it should be soft. This edge here, it's like boom, here is the background. So hard. You know, I mean, look at that shape. It's not something that fits on an arm. I can't understand what the artist was thinking when they made this hard edge. So the whole thing is that this tattoo is just a hard, sharp edge. That's the first thing I see. So the most important thing is to soften this shape by using an airbrush, like soft airbrush here, and then I'm just going to use this color, and I'm going to softly let's see here if I can do this. We need to sort of soften it a little bit so that the background, I'm going to work on the background first, then I'm going to work on the other stuff like in front of it. So this needs to be darker though. We need to soften out the background. We even need to lighten it a little bit. Yes, you can lighten the background a little bit, but maybe not as much as I was hoping to. Hello, Shiro. Hello, Patricia. Hello, everyone. I know David is here and Andy Fletcher, and I'm starting to know a lot of your names, and that's so nice to like feel like with this little electric family thing. Okay, you see what I'm doing here? I'm just softening out the edges and pretending that I'm sort of building it around there. So as soon as I'm sort of just, sorry, you can't see my face there. Sort of, I need to sort of grow the background more. Something like this, okay? That's the first thing I would do. And then next part, because this is what I want. I wanted to soften the edges because they were too hard. So the next thing is to sharpen the flowers. So we need to sort of find these colors here, maybe make them a little darker. And let's see, airbrush, not so big. And make the edges like more like something is actually happening around here. And I don't have the photograph of these exact flowers, but we don't need that. We can just make, I know pretty much know how most flowers look like, but in case you don't, well, you find photo reference and you copy it as much as you can. So I don't think I'm gonna, maybe I won't fix all of this, but just with a little detail, like something is sort of going on. Yeah, just sort of creating creating something going on here, you know. I'm not sure what kind of flowers this is, but okay. So we're making some details and some edges, and like something more is happening with these flowers so that we can see, you know, more like the edges are sharper. The cool thing is that it doesn't need to be, we don't need to do that on the entire tattoo. We can just do that on the flowers that are closest to the eye. You know what I'm saying? So sort of this flower, that the lower one, and the middle one, and then the top one here. And then the other flowers can actually sort of just maybe even stay the way they are, because that will make this sort of three-dimensional, we can sort of feel the depth in the photograph. You know, it will just look more real and 3D-ish. Okay, this is just, you get what I'm doing here. I'm not gonna do so much with it, but as soon as the edges are smoother and on the background, and then the flowers get more sharpness. So we have smooth and sharp, those are different contrasts. And then we do the dark and light contrast. And that is this, what is it called? The stem, the branch. That could be like super black almost. And then we can add, I'm just making short texture in it because that always helps to make it look crisp. Sorry guys, I'm gonna answer questions after this consultation here. So if I'm not answering your question, just repeat it in a few minutes. And then we can add just a little bit more to this shape. It's something like this. No, don't like that one. Here. But you understand what I'm doing here? Adding black to, and we're gonna add that to the flowers as well, just to make, ooh, I'm running out of time. Okay, just a few seconds. I'm gonna add some white just to show. I would put some white on the leaves just to like make it shine a little bit somewhere on the branch. So yeah, that's basically what I would do. This is super fast. But yeah, this at least looks, this is not a finished product, but I'm just sort of explaining what I would do. So if we take away, this was the beginning, this was the before picture, and did I just delete my, yeah, okay, there we go, merge. So before, you can see that the background is way too hard. The edges are like bam. They shouldn't be that hard. They should be soft. Or the flowers, the leaves, the petals, everything should be sticking out of the background. And this is what I would do. And I would also, as I said, leaves and branches and the flowers in general should be sticking out of the background and not be, I don't know, that's an alternative if you want, but I think that is so much cooler. For example, like the top branch here could be, you know, sticking way up on the shoulder. This one could be running off to the side. This leaf, and we could, you know, if we make this bigger, the background won't be so, you know what I'm saying, and then we can add even more leaves so that it grows out of the background. That's what I would do, and instead of this. Okay, I hope that was a good one. Okay, a good one. So, question, yes, thank you guys for waiting. Let's see here. Question, how did you become a tattoo artist? That's a long story, but even though, no, it's actually not a long story. I made a video about it, but long story short, my mom said that because I was drawing on my table, on my desk at home, and she said that, oh, it looks like you're tattooing the desk. You should be a tattoo artist. I was like, what is that? I didn't have any interest in tattoos. I didn't know anyone with tattoos. No one in my family had tattoos. So it was like a weird thing that I just thought it was for bikers and prisoners, you know. So, but I was so open-minded and I wanted to, you know, do art. So my mom took me to a tattoo artist and asked, I was so shy, so I couldn't ask myself if I can get an apprenticeship. And he looked at my portfolio because I was drawing like a lot. I drew portraits and realistic photographs and everything. So I did have a really good portfolio. I just didn't make it for tattoos in specific. But he really loved it, and I was an apprentice the next day. So that's it, really. Question. Let's see here. You are good with the question. Okay. I'm getting a cross with 2 red roses and a tattoo soon, and as a tattoo soon, and I don't know if I should put the ribbon saying family underneath the cross or running across it. I love it. If you don't know which one of those you would like to get, I think personally I would prefer to have it above it. It just create, you can, when you pack things together, you can make it bigger because you sort of buy your own space. If you add stuff around each other and place them next to each other, you need more space, and therefore you need to sort of shrink them a little bit, make them smaller to fit in that space. But if you sort of mix them together and put them on top of each other, overlapping each other, the more you do that, the bigger these objects can be. And the bigger they can be, the more detailed they can be, and the more visible they will be. Think about when your tattoos think about when people are looking at you and looking at your tattoos from a few meters or feet away from you. It's nice that you can actually see sort of what the tattoo is and not just like, oh, is that a tattoo you have on your arm? So I would like to say that everything needs to be bigger than you first thought they would be. If you always go a little bit bigger than you originally wanted, it's going to be so much better. Just a little tip for that. Sorry, I'm just, now you have really good questions. I just need to see what they are about. Okay, I'll try it. I have a big burn scar. I have a big burn scar on the middle of my wrist, a circle kind of shape. It's about 2-3 years old, and I really want it covered. I would like to get a clock tattoo. Would it work? Yeah, I think that would work. I mean, every scar, if as long as it is at least 2 or 3 years old, it's not sort of moving around anymore. It is sort of set and has healed and has rested. So it's, I think, a 2 to 3 year old scar is safe to tattoo sort of anything you want. The only thing you need to think about is if it's very bumpy, those sort of, I don't know, keloid scars or what it's called. I'm not sure. If it's a very bumpy scar, you just have to think about that. When you have lighting, it will make a little shadow. So you could sort of use the bump inside of the image so that it sort of fits there. It could be something in the image that it's natural to have this little shade if you put a light on it, and that's sort of what you can do. The artist will do that for you. So, but yeah, I think sort of most things are possible to make on a scar as long as you go to a tattoo artist that has experience with tattooing scars. Because some artists, in anything, if it's tattooing on scars, if it's tattooing cover-ups, or if it's dark skin, it could be anything that is like, it's not something you do every day. So a lot of artists don't have the experience that they sort of want to have to actually go through with it. So they're maybe a little scared to actually do it. And then they would rather send you to someone who has more experience with that. That's like if you come to me and you want to have a Chinese or a Japanese dragon, I would send you to someone else because that's nothing. I don't have the experience to do that. That's not what I do best. So just go to someone who has the experience in what you want. Question. In my portfolio, include drawings that aren't specifically made for tattoos? Also, can I bring old drawings too so I can show my improvement? A very good question. Indeed. Look at your portfolio like your art portfolio. You are an artist. You are not a tattoo artist yet. And even when you become a tattoo artist, you are still an artist. You're still making art. You don't have to make tattoo designs in a portfolio. Because what is the difference between a tattoo design and art? Why can't you tattoo art? Is that not made for tattoos? Do you only have to have tattoo designs? No. So just make art. Create what you love to create. Just use or create your inner artist. Create the art that you enjoy creating. And of course, to show your progress and improvement, an awesome way to show that it shows you have passion. It shows that you have talent and that you can see what you've done wrong and how you can improve. That's awesome. Do that. Improvement is a very good thing, and just find that your passion art, not what you think, the mentor is going to like, because they're all different out there. Okay. Okay, so. And for Andrea Miklo, starting tattooing, what kind of tattoo machine do you recommend? I don't answer like tattooing questions here. I'm sort of working on a platform for that on the inkmentor.com, so you can check that out. It's still in progress, but check that out. Here is not for tattoo artists, but more like for clients. Okay, so I'm going to have one more consultation. Again, if there are people coming in now and wondering why I'm not having an interview with Boog, it's because I think I just asked him, I think I told him the wrong time. Actually, I think I did that because I can't get a hold of him. So I am going to make an interview with him. I'm just going to record it, and I'm going to upload a video for you guys. So it's going to be there. But yeah, that's how you learn, right? Okay, so the next consultation is Theodora. Let's see here. So, Theodora, this piece on my leg is a cover-up in progress. However, my family isn't happy with a skull on the owl's chest. Can I cover that up? Your family isn't happy with it. That's like a moral question that me, as, I don't know, I just think you sort of asked me the wrong question here. No, it's more like, I think, do you like it? That's the most important thing. If you like it, you don't need to care about what your family thinks. I'm very like, of course you can listen to what they say, and if they have like a logical explanation and they can, tell you why and you will agree, that's one thing. But if you like it, you shouldn't change it. But if you want to change it, I can help you. I thought maybe, let's see here, get the timer on, because I think this one would be easier to just make, because details will always help in a cover-up, because it is a cover-up. So we're sort of covering up a cover-up. So we need to make a lot of details here. So you can see that the skull here, okay, not so big a brush. Let's see. I would just keep on doing these, what is it called? Well, feathers, really. I'm not the best in this style because I do photorealism. But I'm winging it here, so bear with me. I sort of know how to do this, but even though, okay, I see that I have a wrong angle compared to the old one here. But, well, anyway, I'm just going to keep it up just to like show you what I mean. Just make more. This was not the best brush, I can tell. That's sort of scary when you're doing these live things. Like, I'm sort of messing up all the time, but that is also part of the learning process that, you know what, it's not the end of the world if you make mistakes. And that can be included in tattoos. It is not the end of the world if you get a tattoo that you don't like. You can fix it, you can cover it up, you can laser it. There are a lot of things you can do with it. And you can blacken it out with black work. That's awesome. So trendy at the moment. But I think just to like, on this one, make feathers, details. Something else is going on here, you know? And I would, of course, go for a just black, a lot of black, but to sort of show. And now you can even have the skull in there, but just it's less visible, you know? You can still like hide it in here in a way. Just make it darker. But then you need to sort of course, just like make everything else darker. You know that this black on the iPad is not going to be this black when it's a tattoo. So I'm sort of going to make this more visible for you when I'm done with this. But yeah, and you're going to finish the owl's face here, probably make it more bluish. Adding some more shades here. We're going to pick up this blue here. Adding even more blue. And then I'm going to do this, which is it this one? No. Linear? I can't remember that well. I think it's multiply, yes. Just to like show you what it actually sort of would look like, and then we need to bring it down a little bit because it's not going to be totally black. But yeah, even though this is not finished, as you said, it's still a cover-up in progress, and I think it's not a bad job at all. It's really good, but you wanted to hide the skull. I would say don't hide it because you wanted the skull. It's your family that don't like it. So I think it could be cool if you sort of make it like it's still there, but it's just not as visible as it used to be, you know? So yeah, this is my It's still an owl. And as soon as you start making background and you finish the owl, you're going to work on, I'm going to show you when you're working on this. We're going to work on this. You have a branch. It's sitting on a branch. Or is it bones? I'm not sure. But you're making something else here, right? Maybe we should make a branch behind it as well, sticking out over there. Da-da-da, something here. And then you have something over there. More stuff is happening to this tattoo. So you get this sort of, maybe we should have some green forest sort of, I'll do that behind the branches. A little green, you make a little habitat for the owl. What happens to the owl? Well, it gets more, you can actually see the owl more, and you can understand what it is more, because now it's sitting in a tree. You don't have to do a lot of it, but just to make some branches and some background, and then you're going to automatically see the owl on a branch. And it's going to take some time before you sort of see the skull that was there. So you can keep the skull, but you're just making it more subtle. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is probably what I would do. We could, there's so many things we could do, but yeah. But I would say always, I like it when you sort of use the space that you have. I mean, let it, go down towards the inside of the knee there, outside of the thigh. That's going to look amazing. And then just keep the skull, but it can be subtle. It doesn't have to be very visible. And then you can sort of, but no, that's sort of what I want to do. At least that's my idea of it. To answer your question, like, is it possible? Yes, but I would just suggest that you actually keep some of it for your own sake, as I said, you wanted it to be there, so why not keep it? And I don't think anyone should sort of say what you should have or should not have. They can have opinions, but don't let anyone sort of, if they don't like your tattoos, it's like, yeah, well, that's their problem. It shouldn't be yours. But it's easy for me to say. I guess not everyone has that opinion, and I don't know. Maybe that's a family thing. Maybe that's just how it works in my family. We respect each other, but still, I can listen to their opinions, but I run my own life in a way. I decide for myself and my body. That's very important. I sort of didn't want to I didn't want to do way too much, so I'm sort of like watching the clock. 3, 2, 1. So I hope you liked this one. Come on, guys, 58 in chat and only 15 likes. I'm not even sure how to like a live chat. It's right below the video box in a way. You can like the video as you would like any other video. You can like or dislike. Hit the like button. There's one guy that I've actually studied when it comes to live streaming. Pat Flynn. Amazing. He's like this business guru man, and he does these live streams. And I think he's such a great guy, and teaching a lot of these, like how to do stuff, how to live stream, how to podcast, how to, everything. And he had these like goals, actually. Like, yeah, if we hit 200 likes, I'm giving away something. And he had written books and everything, so he gives away books if we hit that like goal, So, and that's something we could do if that's a thing. What time is it now? It's okay. We have room for one more, or do you want to have Q&A instead? You can decide, really. Today we can loosen up a little bit, and let's see. I'll do a question. I've got, let's see here. Moot point. I've got 3 tats, and that 3 tats are 25 plus years old. They're faded and would like to get the colors punched in. They have some fantastic colors these days. Anything I need to ask an artist touching them up? It's just ask, really. That's very simple. I would just say go, you know what sort of style you like. So you should go find an artist around where you live, or be able to travel a little bit if you can, and find an artist that does that style you want, and just ask them. Like, this is my tattoo, these are my tattoos. Would you like to, are you comfortable with freshening them up? Just ask. Most people, I think most artists will say yes, but there are some that are like, no, I don't do that, because maybe they just have such a long waiting list that they actually just prefer doing their specialty and what they want to do more of. And some people have that luxury thing. I actually do that. I have the luxury of sort of saying no to all the things that are not the top of what my really like priorities are at the moment. So, but it's just to ask. The worst thing is, what can happen is that they say, sorry, no, I can't help you. But maybe they know someone who can help you, and they can point you in the super right direction, because they know someone who will do this awesomely, and maybe you didn't even hear about that person. So ask. It's better to ask more times than not to. That was a nice quote. Okay, Andrea. Question. Your opinion about face, hand, neck tattoo. What do you think? My personal opinion about necks, face, hands is I love them on me. And when it comes to tattooing them, they're hard. It's hard to tattoo a neck. It's hard to tattoo hands. Usually they heal a little bit worse than other places. And the skin is more stretchy, so it's a little bit difficult to get the ink to really stay in, and it takes a little bit longer to actually get the ink in there. And it's usually more painful, so the client has a little bit more pain than usually. So you sort of have a lot of things which are difficult for the artist, more pain for the client. But I think it's cool. Personally, I love seeing people with them. However, I'm very careful with tattooing just anyone, tattooing a face on anyone's face, or tattooing something on anyone's face, tattooing something on anyone's hand or neck. because I'm not your mom and I'm not deciding what you are allowed to have. It's not that. But I sort of have a motherly vibe to tattooing itself. And I just want to tattoo people that really knows what it's like and really understands the consequence of you tattooing your face, your neck, or your hands. Because what I've felt is very important to tell you about having face, neck, and hand tattoos is that you get so judged. I know you get judged of everything and anything all the time. No matter what you do, you can get judged. But this is a little bit harder to hide. So when you're going to get your kids in the kindergarten or at school, or you have some important meeting in the neighborhood, whatever, those times when you really want to be seen as an organized and civil adult, and you have your face tattoos and your neck tattoos and your hand tattoos. I mean, I know you're a good person. I'm a good person, even though I have these tattoos, but people will never stop judging. And you will get, you will sort of know and learn that having that visible tattoos sadly will sort of brand you in a way. People will think that you are a criminal or an ex-con or a psycho, or that you're hurting your kids, or that you're, a wife beater, or they will think many sad thoughts about you. And then it's up to you. Are you tough enough to sort of not listen to that, not looking at those stares and the whispers and the pointing and like, oh my God, look at her tattoos. So, yeah. And job interviews, exactly. Job interviews would be very difficult. Depending on what you want, of course. They shouldn't sort of disqualify you, or like, they should be able to see past that, but a lot of them don't. So it's a lot of responsibility. You sort of have to, when you have tattoos in your face and your hands and your neck, when you go and pick up your kids, you sort of just have to smile and have to sort of, when you're a girl, oh, I should just wear a flower dress just to like show them that I am a nice person. I'm not dangerous. You can talk to me. Yeah, sorry for that, but it's a long answer, but yeah, it's a lot to say about that. Okay, we're running out of time. These episodes, they are 1 hour long, and to me, they feel like 5 minutes. Chris, you asked me if is it taboo or unethical to get another artist to continue or finish my tattoo? I have an upload for that. It's come. I have answered it. It's on. You just need to check out the clips from the TAT chat, and it will be there. If it's not already, it's going to be there in a few days, maybe a day or two. But check it out. The clips from the TAT chat. Most of my questions are edited and put on a playlist called Clips from the TAT chat. So check that out. A very good question. Asin Jolly. Is cover-ups or laser is better to get a new tattoo? Okay. I think I understand that. When you want a new tattoo, to do a cover-up, if the laser is sort of, if you need the laser, is that better? Yes, it's always better for the end result. The more laser you can do, the better the end result will be. If you only think about the end result, which is the quality of the final tattoo. The end result is always better if you do laser first. The more laser, the better. But, however, a lot of tattoo artists are really good at cover-up tattoos and can sort of use the old tattoo inside of the new one so you don't have to do laser. But then you are sort of restricted. You need to use the old tattoo. You have to use it. You don't have any choice. But if you do laser, you have more choices. You have more freedom to do it more the way you want it to be. You can have light pink flowers. You can't do that if you're covering up something black, you know? So you have more choices, you have more freedom, and the end result will always be better the more laser you do. But as I said, a lot of tattoo artists are really good at cover-ups. So for those who don't have the time and the money to do a lot of laser sessions, because they are extremely expensive, at least here in Norway, they cost more than the tattoo itself, and tattoos in Norway are expensive. So that's sort of, yeah, a lot of people want cover-ups. So a lot of tattoo artists has specialized in them, as I've done. So yeah. Question. What do you think about starter tattoo kits that you can buy in AliExpress? What do you think? Honestly, I hate it. I hate that anyone can just buy a tattoo kit online. It makes me so angry. But it's like I am old school in this. I was taught one-on-one by my mentor, teaching me, this is a machine, this is a needle. But before you do this, you need to know this. And he taught me everything I needed to know before I could tattoo. And I would just say that I know that people are mocking me for, saluting this as, but I'm telling that it's not only because tattoos can give you a permanent bad tattoo. No, that's not something. I wish there were even more bad tattoos out there because I love fixing them. So that's not the main issue. The main issue is that you can't get an education when you buy these kits online and you start tattooing something. You tattoo yourself, your friends, fruit, meat, whatever it is, or silicone things. It doesn't give you the education you need and the knowledge how to avoid getting infected by not only, viruses, but blood-borne pathogens, blood diseases, which are deadly. And I mean, I just wish I could educate everyone about that, but I can't do everything, even though I really want to. But yeah, please, if you want to be a tattoo artist, find tattoo shops around that you like, have a solid portfolio, and never give up. Just be a badass. Show them that you are the next top tattoo artist. Oh, that would be an awesome show, though. Okay. Let's see. We have, okay, one more question. If someone wanted an appointment, how long is the waiting list? Right now, I don't have sort of a waiting list because I'm on a maternity leave. So right now, I'm just not at work. I'm at home watching my baby, my third child. So I'm not working, and I think in September I will start planning and start booking for October. I think I will be back to work in October. So that's and I don't know if I'm gonna have a waiting list then, because and even if I do, I am going to prioritize because I'm not sure if I want to work, if I want to tattoo like full time, because I'm just older. My back is worse, you know. I can't be that physical and like as I used to be. It's not the same grind as I used to have. So a little less hours. So that means I want to prioritize projects that I really, really want to make. So I'm going to have this sort of filter, and not everything will pass that filter. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was it for today. 2 consultations and a lot of questions. And again, I'm sorry that I didn't have a guest. Boog was going to be here, and it is my bad. I just before the show, I remembered that I think I just told him the wrong time because I miscalculated the time zones. I mean, a huge mistake, but there are no flaws, there are no failures, only free lessons in life, you know? So that's what I learned, but I think it's going to be even better. Let's put it that way, actually, because I think it's going to be even better to be able to interview him alone and not having the chat and all the buttons and everything. And I can edit it and make it easier for you to look at and watch it, and I will upload it as soon as I'm done with it. So yeah, I even forgot to give the intro today because I was so sad of this little mistake. But yeah, and thank you again, everyone who are like you are so understanding, and thank you. I knew that you wouldn't be mad. Well, I sort of counted on that in a way, but thank you for saying these nice words. And yeah, that's it for today. And there will be, you have seen that I have, because I'm making these clips, so I'm making a new video every night from the TAT chat. So I'm gonna keep on doing that. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a week. Okay. Bye.
This is the TAT Chat with Electric Linda.